have another video for y'all. This time it is from the Whatever Podcast. If you're not familiar with it, go check them out. If you are familiar with the Whatever Podcast, it is, I would say, a dating show which the host has interactions with a lot of the female, his counterparts, who discuss every day-to-day issues, especially in the dating market of today. And they try to get to the bottom of why marriage is at a decline, why baby mama culture is not a good thing. They actually discuss a number of things, including politics. And so on this episode here, they actually got into the politics of why liberals on the left are celebrating Charlie Kirk's demise and the way he met his demise. And when I say celebrating, I'm talking about having parties, throwing parties, jumping up and down, jumping for joy. And the host, Brian, he is debating a liberal woman who she is a self-proclaimed liberal, I guess, because she does not say otherwise. He is debating her on the morality of celebrating a person's demise and how disgusting it is, because some people do not see it as disgusting. And when I say some people, I'm talking about the ones who have been celebrating it, the ones who were happy that he met his demise. Disgusting. And so Brian sees it otherwise, and he has a conversation with this young lady. I am curious to find out exactly what it is she says, as well as what the other women on the panel had to say about people celebrating Charlie Kirk's demise. But before we continue into the video, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, then we're going to send the Whatever Podcast after them. So let's get into this video and see exactly what it is they have to discuss about Charlie Kirk's demise and what this liberal woman has to say, or should I say what excuses she has to come up with for people on the left, on her side in politics about celebrating Charlie Kirk's demise.
I can understand. Look, I think if there's a person who you hate and they die, maybe they have a personal feeling. Perhaps this is the social media world we live in. Even then, I would sort of object to even a private, individual, internal rejoicing when someone dies. I do think that is a bit malevolent and evil, but to publish it is like a much higher threshold. To publish it and to just be so, I can't even vocal. It's not just, I'm glad Sinister. This happened. I've seen clips of people saying, "Why stop there?" What about? I saw this girl who was she was saying that it should have been the wife and kids too.
Yep, I've heard that's disgusting.
Right.
I think that is disgusting.
But I guess my question here is, you mentioned the slippery slope. So what then? I guess you would be, if we were to change the political alignment, let's say, and I was trying to think who on the left side or the Democrat side would be on Charlie Kirk's level. I don't actually think there's a lot of left-leaning influencers that are on his level. I mean, if I was thinking maybe not even Hassan is not on Kirk's level. You know who Hassan Piker is?
Yes.
Right. And just to be clear, don't think anybody should. But I was thinking if somebody on the other side of the political aisle was assassinated, would you also go to the defense of, say, Republicans or conservatives who are publicly rejoicing and saying despicable statements because from their perspective, logically, wouldn't it follow that, well, because of the disagreements on politics that they're justified in rejoicing?
Well, see, here's where it gets complicated, because I don't think that people have a right to rejoice over disagreements, right? I don't think that people necessarily are rejoicing over Charlie Kirk's death because they disagreed with him. I think it's because he genuinely was proposing policies that were harming people. He was actively advocating for things that were, yes.
No.
Go on.
Well, so
you get my point.
But you're saying harm, right?
Yes.
But from your perspective, right?
Exactly.
But from the other perspective,
yes.
They would say, well, these pro-choicers, if they're okay, the pro-choice position is that this is murder. Mm-hmm. When you get an abortion, you're murdering an unborn child. So from their perspective, that's harm being done. So from their perspective, you must, I know you don't agree with that, but you would have to, I guess, to logically be consistent if you're, I mean, otherwise, well, I guess you could just say, well, I don't agree with their worldview, therefore they're not justified in their, rejoicing in like a left-wing politician or, whoever, speaker, political activist being assassinated. But if their worldview is genuinely that abortion is murder, like it would be fair then for them to rejoice?
Yes.
So, okay, then you'd be fine with like abortion clinics being...
No. From my personal perspective, obviously I don't understand it. I can't put myself in that headspace because that's not what I view it as. If someone genuinely believes that babies are being murdered and they assassinate someone to stop that from happening, I can understand people being happy about that if they genuinely believe babies are being murdered. I don't. So I can't get into that headspace. I can't get behind it. But with such a strong emotion like that, I get it.
But so I can tell you this, there are political positions on the left. I lean more conservative, right? I'm not like full-blown conservative, but I lean like mostly pretty strongly conservative. There are people who I have fundamental disagreements with on politics and so forth. And there are some positions that I think are really hard, that left-leaning positions, leftist positions, liberal positions, Democrat positions that are really harmful to society. They cause harm. But because somebody advocated for these positions or voted for whatever it is, even if a political opponent of mine was assassinated, I would never rejoice. I would condemn and disavow anybody on my side who did rejoice, even if this person was a political opponent.
And that's exactly where I'm at. Same thing I've been saying since this happened to Charlie Kirk last week. If it was, let's say, someone on the conservative side, someone on whatever side you want to say, besides for, the liberal side, the left, anyone on any side who celebrates another person's demise is a disgusting person. That's just how it is. I live in reality, and in reality, when you don't have any morals, guess what? You're a disgusting person. Because without morals, you would do any and everything to compromise yourself. And when I say compromise yourself, I'm talking about going on TikTok, going on these platforms and laughing at someone's demise and then saying that the children and wife should have been involved as well. How disgusting of a person do you have to be? Not to mention, y'all have heard me say, that's an evil person, isn't it? That's exactly what this person is. But these are also your neighbors. These are also your school teachers. These are your bus drivers. Yes, these are your cafeteria workers. Yes, these are your plumbers. These are disgusting people who have integrated into society and they walk amongst you. They walk amongst all of us. And you do not know this person has this frame of mind, but they are a disgusting, despicable human being because we must denounce any type of violence against any side, whether you agree with them or not. And so if it was the side that you side with, you should also, if someone did a heinous act like this, we are not going to applaud this person. Never that. That is not how society will thrive at all. We're going backwards when we do that. And that's the part that y'all don't understand.
A very strong one. That's kind of the difference here. Is I don't think, even though there's differences of political opinion, I don't want to see it happening on my side. I don't want to see it happening on the other side.
Yeah. I am. I have one thing to say on that, and I want to bring the attention more over here because I've been leaving you waiting.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm on the same page. I'm not about to go and rejoice over anyone's death, no matter what. especially because I think when it comes to gun violence, to rejoice in any death from gun violence is to rejoice in gun violence. And I think that is disgusting. I think gun violence is completely avoidable, and one of the, it is should be condemned in all manners. On that note, I do think that there is a do you believe that there is like a threshold of evil you can cross to where it's warranted for people to have a reaction such as the reaction they're having to Charlie Kirk, whether or not you think he was there or not? Do you think that level can be reached?
Yeah, I think that there are genuinely people who are monsters, and yes, but I don't believe Charlie Kirk passed that threshold.
Okay, I can understand that.
Like, for example, you brought up, you invoked Hitler for, I mean, okay.
A bit extreme, I understand.
Well, but I mean, like, this, so, Hitler participated, like, there were war crimes.
Yes.
War crimes.
He comes...
So, but,
yes.
but when you're engaged in conducting war crimes, then the ultimate punishment for that would be death. So point out, this is wartime too. This is a belligerent nation. The United States was opposed to the Axis powers. So, and Hitler was the leader of Germany. So yeah, typically when you're having an actual physical war with somebody, you're trying to actually like take out the leadership.
Yes.
So there's actually like legal justification, wartime justification for attempting to kill like commanders, leaders of the opposing military because you're at war. In this case, however, I guess my question to you would be, has Charlie Kirk committed an act that the state would be able to commit capital punishment against him for any of his conduct?
No, and
So Hitler, as a belligerent against the United States, did commit certain acts during wartime that would warrant capital punishment.
Yes. My question here, when bringing that up, is not to pose why is Hitler deserving and Charlie Kirk isn't. I'm not posing that question. I understand the difference there. The question I am posing is, are there circumstances in which it's warranted? Regardless of what the circumstances are, I'm just wondering if that's a threshold you can reach, which you've said yes to.
So why then can't I say, well, the threshold for murder or assassinating somebody is because they hurt my feelings?
A personal belief like that, it's up to you.
My feelings got hurt.
See, I think that's absurd, but people hold their own individual beliefs. The threshold lies where it lies for each individual. We can't affect that.
Or what about somebody, I don't know, somebody called me stupid.
Sure, that's insane. But I think that
them?
Not legally. Anyone can murder anyone. We are really drastically overlooking the point that people are being killed with guns specifically, constantly in this country, obsessively.
Yeah.
And we only really care when it's a public face like this because it's fun to cause outrage, I guess. People love to argue, right? I think that, frankly, the most upsetting part of the entire Charlie Kirk situation is the fact that people care so much more when it's his life than it is with anyone else's.
He was murdered live on television. That's a huge difference in what you're just saying.
In front of his kids, too, and his wife.
And I understand.
Fucked up.
The worst part of her statement is trying to say that hundreds of other people pass away. Why are they making a big deal about Charlie Kirk? Well, for once, she has the ideology that guns delete people. No. Guns do not delete people. There is no such thing as gun violence. I'm going to repeat that for y'all. There is no such thing as gun violence. It is a term that they created in order to justify taking away the law-abiding citizens' firearms. That's it. Gun violence. It is people violence. That's what it is. People delete people. A gun will not stand up, go outside, and delete someone. It doesn't do that. If you lay a gun down, guess what it does? It stays there. It stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. When a person gets an idea in their mind that they want to hurt another person, guess what they do? They grab the gun that is laid there on the table They go out there and they commit such a heinous crime that this young woman, sees as, it depends on what they said. That's exactly what she was saying. It depends on what warranted his deletion. Yeah, it depends on what warranted his deletion. With all the gun violence in the world, why are we so heavy on Charlie Kirk's? Why? Because he touched the lives of many people. That's why. If those people out there, see, that's something that she does not understand. Merit. That's something that she does not understand. Being or contributing to society in a major way. He contributed to society in a major way. This is the reason why so many people are mourning him, and they don't mourn everyone else, because you have to think about something. That addict that just passed away as we speak right now, guess what? He wasn't contributing to society. Of course, his family is going to miss him, but will the world? No, they're not, because they were not contributing to society. Charlie Kirk was contributing to society, and that goes for anyone else, even entertainers. This is the reason why when entertainers pass away, athletes pass away, guess what? People mourn them because they were loved by the masses. They contributed to society. That's why. So if she sees this video, I want her to understand exactly why people are mourning and making such a big deal about Charlie Kirk's passing and not anyone else, due to what she says, gun violence, which again does not exist. And then for you to compare Charlie Kirk to the mustache man, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. For her to do that is disgusting. But see, this is what people will do. This is what people such as herself with her ideology will do. They will try to paint you as the worst of the worst. See, they compare you to the worst of the worst, so that other people who view you, once they hear what? Mustache man. Once they hear that, they think automatically you are the worst of the worst. And so they will not even listen to you. See, that's exactly what they try to do to Charlie Kirk. They tell you this bullshit so that you don't even go research his videos, because already we know that Mustache Man was the worst ever. We know that he was. We know how deplorable he was. And so once you hear someone compare Charlie Kirk to him, you're already going to think, you already have that picture painted in your mind that he is a deplorable human being. But then when you go check out some of his videos, you realize that these people are gaslighting you. Stop letting them gaslight you. Stop letting them gaslight you or gaslight you, because you need to do your own research. You need to go watch some of his videos. And I guarantee you, you will come out thinking, damn, these people are really lying. They're really out here lying to us. They're really out here gaslighting to us because they want us to think just like they do. If they don't agree with you and what you're saying, they think that you should be taken out like the trash. Yeah. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.